The ticket allocation for the upcoming Scottish Cup quarter-final between Celtic and Rangers has been confirmed at around 7,500 tickets for Celtic supporters, effectively the full stand. This is a major development in what has been a long-running dispute over away allocations between the clubs. To understand why this matters, we have to go back to 2018. Before then, it was standard practice for Celtic to be given the entire away stand at Ibrox, roughly 7,000 to 7,500 seats, just as Rangers regularly received a large allocation at Celtic Park. That arrangement had been in place for years and was part of what made the Glasgow Derby one of the most intense fixtures in European football. But in May 2018, Rangers announced they would reduce Celtic's allocation at Ibrox from the traditional full stand to around 800 tickets, citing increased demand for season tickets as the primary reason. Celtic responded by reciprocating cutting Rangers' allocation at Celtic Park to a similar number. From that point on, league meetings between the sides were played with drastically reduced away crowds. At times there were fixtures with no visiting supporters at all, while negotiations continued between the clubs and relevant authorities. The reduction changed the atmosphere of the Glasgow Derby significantly. Instead of thousands of travelling supporters generating the traditional split stadium intensity, away fans were confined to a small corner allocation, a stark contrast to what supporters had become used to for over a decade. In more recent seasons, discussions between both clubs led to an agreement for league matches to include around 5% away allocations, meaning a few thousand visiting supporters each way. While that was progress compared to the 800 ticket era, it was still well below the historic full stand allocation. Now, under Scottish Cup regulations, the away club can request a significantly larger share of tickets for a quarter-final. Celtic have secured approximately 7,500 tickets for this tie, marking the closest return to pre-2018 levels. For Celtic supporters, this feels like a restoration of something that should never have disappeared. It demonstrates that a large travelling support is entirely manageable and that the traditional atmosphere of the Glasgow Derby can still be delivered when both clubs cooperate. Importantly, this allocation applies specifically to this Scottish Cup fixture. It does not automatically confirm that future league matches will return to full allocations. However, it proves that the infrastructure and safety planning exist to accommodate it. For many in the Celtic support, the hope is clear that this 7,500 allocation is not just a one-off for a cup tie, but the beginning of a permanent return to the full reciprocal allocations that defined the modern Glasgow Derby for years. 7,500 Celtic fans at Ibrox isn't just a statistic, it's a reminder of how this fixture is meant to be.